Creed Aventus versus Creed Aventus Absolu. Is this one worth the higher price tag? First off, let's talk about the bottle design, which is an obvious difference. Creed Aventus bottle, it's nice and it sounds, missing an atomizer, but it sounds decent. But the prettiness and ASMR that you get from this Absolu bottle, it's obvious. Now, before we start talking about the smell, one reason you might want to get the regular Creed Aventus is because it comes in bigger sizes. This Absolu only comes in a 75 ml and has a super high price tag. Now, is that price tag worth it? Ooh, man, that never gets old. Ooh. Ooh. In my opinion, the main difference between Aventus and Aventus Absolu, Aventus, it's more of a citrusy feel, whereas Absolu, you still get some citrusiness, but it's much richer, deeper, and woodier. Now, if you got 575 lying around, pick up Absolu. It's much nicer, richer, just feels more well-rounded. But if you don't and want to save 200 bucks, this is 365 for a very similar smell. Now, this original DNA used to be amazing, completely mager when it had an ingredient called lilial. Me and Jeremy Fragrance were talking once and he told me about an ingredient called lilial. Back in the 90s, most fragrances had this ingredient, but it ended up getting banned because it was carcinogenic. But apparently, back in the day when OG Aventus had lilial, it was a monster. Unfortunately, when they banned it, the original Aventus lost a lot of power, which is why now it smells great, but it doesn't last. And this is also why a lot of Arab houses can dupe Aventus so well. You got Cuddlage with Infinite Absolute, you got Arm Off with Clubbed in the Wheat Intense Man, which you all know, and last but not least, my favorite, Rayhan Imperia. These three smell just like Aventus and actually perform better. Aventus, Imperia, Clubbed in the Wheat Intense Man, and Infinite Absolute are also available on discounters like Beauty House for insane prices. Bottom line is, if you have the money, I would go with Creed Aventus Absolute, but Aventus is not far off. Now, my recommendation is to just get a dupe like Rayhan Imperia. Smells exactly the same, performance is even better in some cases, and it's just a better bang for your buck. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, but that's my Aventus 101.